me again. So this video I'm going to go through tuning the gears. This is a 6 speed rear, single speed front on a grip shift, twist shift. So it's currently in first gear, as you can see. So the first thing we want to do is check the limit screws. So on this bike, they are these two screws here. Right, there we go. And they are normally labelled L and H, so low and high. So in this case, this is your low gear. And what the screw actually does is ride there against the physical stop. And that just stops, so you can see it's set about right there. It's in line with the gear teeth itself. If I unscrew it to loosen it off, you'll see something may or may not happen, depends how tight the cable is. If I loosen it off quite well, you can see it now goes into the wheel, and that's what you want to avoid. So you set your low screw basically to be in line with the gears like that, but preventing it going into the wheel. And the high gear, you basically want it again in line, but this time with this sprocket, stop it dropping off into the gap here and jamming up your chain. So we'll then go through turning the gears. So what we'll need is a couple of hands, one of which we will use to turn the pedals. So this could be entertaining, working out the best way of doing this. So let's have a look. If I turn the pedals, hold this here, hopefully. Does that work? No. Right. Turn the pedals, doesn't work. Find a better space to put this. So, does that work? Yeah, that works. There we go. Right, okay. So, turning the pedals, and I'm just going to turn the gears. 1, there we go, change down. 2, change down. 3. Oh, I took its time there. 4, not changing into 5th. But that is actually 6th, and it's only in 5th. Change back, that's 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. So it's climbing up the gears quite heavily. It sounds like it's running. So 2nd, just about. 3rd, bit so. 4th, taking its time. 5th, but won't go into 6th. Now that could be limit screws. So it's not going into 6th gear. So that could be limit screws. So we'll just take a look at the limit stops. Or it could be adjustment on the chain. So we look at that, I'd say that limit screw is okay. So all it is the adjustment. So most times you have 2 sets of adjustment on these derailleurs. Should stop that time. So you have this is a little adjuster built onto the derailleur, and all that does is wind this cable in and out, and therefore pull the chain in or out relative to the bike. The other adjustment you normally have is on the bottom of the derailleur too, and does very similar. It just moves the cable in and out. So most derailleur setups are a pull to low. So as you pull the cable, it moves towards the lower gears, like that. See? I'm pulling the cable just remotely and it moves towards the lower gears. So that's a pull to low. So if it's not changing correctly up a gear into the faster or higher gears, what you want to do is adjust it to slacken the cable off. Now on most of these, you turn the top side of it in the direction you want the derailleur to move. So I'm just going to turn that about 3 clicks out towards it. Now it should, I've got that right. Not quite, a little bit more. Another 3 clicks. It's starting to get there. A little bit more. Let's just slacken that limit screw off. It's probably a little bit tight. Just a fraction. There we go. Right, okay. I probably now have over adjusted it. So it's probably now not going to go back. Let's see. So we'll change that into 5th and turn the cranks. Oh, you can see it's half climbed up on that gear. You see that? It's halfway there. So what we'll do, we'll turn the top of this in the correct direction. So in 1, 2, 3 clicks. And just until it climbs up onto that gear. It's still trying. A little bit more. There we go, just about. And what you want to do is check your alignment. So what you're looking at is for this derailleur wheel to be in line with your gears. It's not quite, it needs to come over a bit more. So it probably wasn't that far out to start with. So we'll just do that. That looks better. You can see the chain isn't touching the inner or the outer wheel. Now hopefully, if I do that, it will stay there. And then I can click one gear at the front. It will go up. One more into third. Into third. One more into second. Into second. One more into first. And straight into first. Now if we go the other way, it should go smoothly back down. If it's not, then I need to reduce the tension on them again. But so far that's shifting quite smoothly. So that's good. Oh, it's a bit noisy in that one. You see it's a little bit close. That could just be the chain's a bit dry. Could do with an oil. Yeah, that seems to be shifting okay now. Through all the gears. So we'll stick it back into third. There we go. And that's how you adjust your gears. You sometimes have other adjustments. This one doesn't have one. Sometimes you'll have an adjustment that pulls the gear up like that. Moves it closer. Most of the time you don't have to worry about that. That is more predominantly for fine tuning. Most of the time you don't need to worry about that. It's normally factory set. Okay, I think that answers that. I'm going to give this a grease and then go and give it a test ride. Make sure it works. Cheers.